Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Power Lunch. I decided to ring the lunch bell. This is going to be our lunch bell. As you probably know, I'm a big fan of bells. So we're going to have a lunch bell from now on. It is September the 5th, is it? Wow. The days are flying by here in September. It's Power Lunch. I'm a little late today, but we're going to talk for about 15, 20 minutes. A little Japanese news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out what is going on. And we'll start with this. This story has actually made international news. I always like to find Japanese news stories that have transferred over to the global world. People are like, wow, there's something going on in Japan. This is about the ore Sagi. In general, they're called ore Sagi. It's where a fraudster, someone trying to steal money from people, will call a random house. Usually they'll find a house they know it's elderly people or retired people. And they come up with some kind of scam and they go, oh, it's me. It's me. Oh, me? Oh, who? Atsushi? The elderly folks think it's their child or their grandchildren or whatever. And they say the name, and then the fraudster goes, oh, now I got the name. And then they start with a story. I crashed my car. I need money, something. It's called ore Sagi. So we got a new one. And this one it's kind of humorous. It's kind of funny. So, but it's also sad at the same time. Japanese woman duped out of 1 million yen in shocking online romance scam after fraudster poses as astronaut stranded in space, desperately begging for money to buy oxygen. Wow. There's a creative fraudster. Pretty incredible. An 80-year-old woman from Hokkaido lost nearly 1 million yen after being duped by a scammer posing as an astronaut who was stranded in space who needed money for oxygen. I can't breathe. I'm running out of oxygen. Can you transfer the money to my account right away? It's so ridiculous, but it's sad that this lady was fooled. Police said the fraudster built trust through weeks of online grooming. Authorities have urged seniors to stay alert as romance scams surge globally. So this is a new thing. This is a new style. I don't know if there's a word for it in Japanese. They're calling it romance scams in English. So I guess it's a different style. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm your son," or "I'm your grandson," and I had an accident, I need money, they're taking more time. Weeks of online grooming, it says. So maybe this guy called many times, maybe every day. Oh, I'm up in space. I'm right over Japan right now. I can see you. I can see you. Sachiko, I can see you. How are you? We're doing okay, but the oxygen levels are getting a little low. I'll be okay, though. Don't worry about me. Just carry on. And then I guess he did this many days and they became friendly. And then slowly he started to explain his situation. I'm on the spaceship, but we all have to pay for our own oxygen. It's not free. Companies these days, they're so evil. They make us pay for our own oxygen. And I'm running low. I'm running out. Help me, Sachiko. I need the money. Oh my God. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And, I guess, I laugh because I think how stupid, no one's calling you from space asking for money for oxygen. It's just so dumb. But maybe when you're lonely and you're sad and no one calls you anymore, you're 80 years old, maybe you never married, maybe your husband has died. I don't know, maybe you're bogeteru. You're a little bit early signs of dementia, whatever. And so in that situation, I understand how easy it is to want to believe something, right? So this happened very recently. On August 30th, the authorities in Hokkaido reported that an elderly woman from Sapporo, right here in Sapporo where I live, was deceived out of nearly 1 million yen by an individual who pretended to be a space traveler in distress. I'm a space traveler and I'm in distress. The scam began in July when the woman met the fraudster on social media. Ah, I see. So it started on probably Facebook, right? This is where if you're going to go for the elderly crowd, you want to go to Facebook. He groomed her through fabricated photos and affectionate messages to build trust. Ah, so he was sending probably AI generated photos. Look, it's me in space. Today, Sachiko-san, today I went for a walk. Yes, a spacewalk. But it was difficult because I was low on oxygen. So I had to breathe very slowly. He convinced her that he currently was in space on a spaceship facing an emergency and urgently required funds to purchase oxygen, prompting her to buy digital currency from 5 convenience stores. Now, I didn't know you could buy digital currency. So what is that, like Bitcoin? What did she buy? Digital currency from 5 convenience stores and somehow transferred the money to him? Authorities highlighted that romance scams often take advantage of loneliness, particularly among Japan's elderly population, and warned that people remain alert by stating that any unexpected requests for money from individuals encountered online should be treated with suspicion and reported without delay. Good idea. Ah, there was this man who sent me a message. He said he was in space and he needed to buy oxygen. Do you think this is real or fake? Let's confirm. Let us confirm. Wow. What a great story. What do you think about this? Do you think that you will be fooled by scams like this when you are in your 80s and you get a phone call? I know that I heard there was a special telephone that was developed specifically for ore Sagi and elderly people. I think it had a special light or maybe a different sound when the phone call was from a phone number you don't have registered. So if you have, like on your smartphone, the name or the phone number will appear and you know who it is. And I think this was for normal phones like my phone I have here to call the White House. This is my special phone. I think it had a special light or a sound it would make and would warn people like, Ayashi, be careful. This one is dangerous. You don't know this person. So maybe that's a good thing for the elderly community all around the world. But I think many, I don't know. It's hard to say if elderly people in Japan are more susceptible to scams and frauds than other countries. That's hard to say. But there is a bit of a heiwa boke. There's a bit of a, what do we call heiwa boke? Just sort of a naivete towards scams and the like. So please be careful, everyone. Please be careful. Okay, next story. Don't have too much time here today. This is randomly appeared on my Instagram yesterday, and I just thought it was interesting and also ayashi. So this man here in the photo is Mr. Sakumoto, and he was the president of a company called Nimi. There's a town in Okayama Prefecture called Nimi. And he was the CEO of a company called Nimi Solar Company. And he had created a machine or a technique to recycle solar panels. Okay. Kind of interesting and good timing because solar panels are becoming a huge issue, a huge topic, a huge problem in Japan. There is a lot of debate, a lot of anger over some of the big mega solar projects here in Hokkaido. It all started with a mega solar project in Kushiro. A lot of wetlands, marshlands, protected wildlife areas, national park, and somehow some company, I think either a Chinese company or backed by a Chinese company, was able to get the rights to build this mega solar. And when we talk about mega solar, it's like solar panels everywhere, like massive scale. And now a lot of people are angry, etc. It's a big problem. And one of the big problems with solar panels is they don't last forever. You have to replace them. I don't know how, maybe, I think I heard 20 years, but it could be somewhere between 10 and 30. But let's just say 20 years. So you have these mega solar projects, and then you have a highly toxic solar panel that until now, there was really no way to recycle. This guy, Sakamoto Hideyuki, 49 years old, he had come up with a machine to be able to do this, apparently. And suddenly, he died. This is something we hear about a lot lately. Sudden death. Obviously, we hear a lot about this after the pandemic. And we could go down that rabbit hole, but we'll save that for later. But let's just say this guy at 49 years old who had no signs of severe illness or disease or anything, he just suddenly died. Just after securing patents in Japan and China with applications pending in the US, EU, and India. So this guy was sitting on something very, very special. The inventor of the world's first solar panel recycling system used superheated steam, first recycling method without combustion, zero CO2 emissions, high purity recovery, glass, silicone, copper, silver, globally scalable, patented technology. Sounds amazing. These are the kind of things that Japan is great with and should pursue. It's a good project. I think this sounds like a good project. He's found a way to recycle solar panels, which is something we're going to need going forward. On August 29th, the Japanese government announced it would abandon its plan to require solar panel manufacturers to recycle panels just one day after his death. Wow. What do you think of this timing? Coincidence or something deeper? So this leads to a lot of possible conspiracy theories. You have a guy who has a patent in a company that has figured out how to recycle solar panels. He dies suddenly. And the next day, the government says, you don't have to recycle solar panels. It's okay. Just put them in the garbage. Interesting. What's going on here? So the Nimi Solar Company has upheld the philosophy of passing on a beautiful Earth to the next generation, pursuing its mission in the field of solar panel recycling. Rest in peace to Mr. Sakamoto. So he had just gotten patents in Japan and in China. Utility model registered in the US, EU, and India, and applications were still pending. So he's standing in front of, I guess this is the machine. I'm assuming this is the machine that recycles the solar panels. He passed away on August 28th, right after the patent approvals. So he gets his patents. He dies. And then the government says, no need to recycle. Wow. Strange. Oops, it looks like I did not add it in here. So you can go to the website of Nimi Solar Company. What was the exact name of the company? I went to their website and I checked, and it is true. They have an announcement, an official announcement on their website. It says our CEO has passed away. We're restructuring the company presently, and we can't take any inquiries at this time. It had an official statement Looked like a very nice website, very nice company, good message, doing good things for the earth, trying to recycle these solar panels. I don't agree, and I don't like the mega solar projects. I think it's a terrible thing. But uh, solar panels are not going to go away. It's not going to disappear. So having a solution like what the Nimi Solar Company was creating is very important to be able to recycle these solar panels. So that was kind of shocking news there. Those are my two stories. The only other thing I had, and it's also just on my phone here. One more quick story before we wrap up. What time is it now? It's 1 p.m. Yeah, I got to let you guys get back to your afternoon. Shinkansen bullet train collides with bear in northern Japan. Bear stories are all the rage in Japan right now. If you talk about Hokkaido, it's bears. That's all anybody talks about. But there was a Shinkansen bullet train collided with a bear in northern Japan in between the Yamagata town of Itaya and the Fukushima prefecture town of Niwasaka. So the bullet train's cruising along. They go very fast, as you know. A bear was on the tracks and the train hit the bear. I don't know what happened. I'm guessing the bear died. Okay. Let's be brutal here. I'm guessing if you're hit by a bullet train, you would die. Let's just put it that way. So just wanted to let you know that it's not only Hokkaido. So this is like Tohoku or northern Japan area. Some crazy statistics, by the way. I'll give you a couple. Last year in 2024, in the Akita prefecture, Akita, Tohoku area, 70 people were injured by bears. Wow, that's a crazy number. Nationwide, 55 people were injured between April and July of 2025. So this year, April, May, June, July, 4 months, 55 people injured by bears. The number is going up. Bear sightings near schools, at least 39 cases have been reported since April. So the bears are coming out more and more into the Satoyama, or the low-lying hills around towns and cities. They used to stay up in the high mountains. They're now coming down into the cities. And this year here in Hokkaido, where I live, we're seeing a shortage of donguri. A shortage of donguri. And the donguri is one of the favorite food items of the bear. So the bear are going to be hungry this fall. Usually they like to eat like berries and all kinds of things. Obviously, they'll eat other animals, deer, whatever. They gorge before they go to sleep. So there will be more and more bear news as we get into the fall season here in Japan. Just wanted to let you know that. Thanks for your comments, everybody. We can put them on the screen real quick here. Got a couple nice comments, as always. Bear news every day in Japan. Oh, yeah. 7 people died suddenly in Germany, too. Yeah, that's another big news story. Speaking of sudden death, I think I'll talk about that tonight on America Today. We'll be premiering at 11:30 p.m. this evening. And it's a big story in Japan now. It's starting to become more of a story internationally. 7 people from the same political party, the conservative political party in Germany, have died over the last 2 weeks, all apparently by natural causes. So we'll have to keep an eye on that story. はい、今日のストーリー、オレオレ詐欺。まず、北海道の女性80歳が、男性に騙されて、最初ソーシャルメディアで出会って、宇宙飛行士だと。で、結構緊急事態があって、オキシジェン、空気がなくなるから買わなきゃいけないと。だからお金くれということで、なんかこう、コンビニでそのデジタルマネー、ビットコインなのか何なのか分かんないんだけど、そのデジタルマネーを買わせたっていう、ほぼ100万ぐらいの、100万近くのお金を80歳の女性が使ってしまった。 このオレオレ詐欺、宇宙飛行士詐欺。オレオレ宇宙飛行士詐欺。新しいジャンルができました。そのストーリーがもう笑いすぎちゃって、もうおかしいんですけど、やっぱりね、80、まあ人によるけどね、年齢ではないんですけど、その騙される時が来るんだなと。その同じ女性がね、50代の時とか60代の時にそんな話聞いたら絶対信じなかったと思うんだけど、なぜ80になったら、それを信じてしまう。やっぱりその寂しさだったり、何かこう人の助けになりたい。日本人もね、こういう気持ちが強いから、特に女性、救したいとかね、なんかそういう気持ちがあるから、こういう詐欺に騙されるんですけど、宇宙飛行士で空気がなくなってきたっていう話はね、かなり、うわあ、もう行かれてるね。その詐欺の人もね、まあクリエイティブですよね。なんかもっとぶっ飛んだ話ない。もう絶対信じないぐらいのやついけんじゃない。どういうの？いや、宇宙飛行士って言ってみるか。そうだ。そしたらどうやって困ってるの？空気がねえんだよ。空気買わなきゃいけないんだよ。いやー、面白いね。その人たちもクリエイターですね。それと、もう一つは、新見ソーラーカンパニーっていうね、これも急に亡くなった CEO。これもなんか非常に、まあ、パッと昨日見ても、何にも、初耳だったんですよ。そのニュースも知らなかったし、日本で話題になってるんでしょうか。でも、すごく、その会社とその社長さんが、せっかくね、いいことをやろうとしてたのに、急になくなるっていうのは非常に、悲しい、残念な出来事。まあ、なんか、裏があったかどうかもちろん俺は分からないんだけど、タイミング的には怪しいし、残念ですよね。もうちょっと誰か詳しく調べてくれたら嬉しいなと思ってます。Those were my two news stories today. As I said, I'll be back again tonight for America Today. I hope you guys have a great afternoon or evening wherever you are around the world. And I'll be back with more Japanese news stories hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, it's Friday. Have a great Friday. And I'll be back again tonight. それではまた今日の夜会いましょう. Until then, have a great day, everybody. And bye bye. We'll ring the lunch bell one more time. それではランチがこれで終了いたします。